The date is May 21, 2026. This is the Executive Lens. Today, the World Health Organization declares a new variant of avian influenza a global health emergency. The World Health Organization has declared a global health emergency following the rapid spread of a novel avian influenza strain, H5N8, to humans. According to a press release issued by the WHO this morning, the virus, previously confined to avian populations, has now demonstrated sustained human-to-human transmission in several countries, including Indonesia, Vietnam, and Egypt. The WHO Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, stated that the organization is working closely with affected nations to implement containment measures, including enhanced surveillance, rapid diagnostics, and the development of a vaccine. The primary concern, according to a report in The Lancet, is the virus's high mortality rate among infected individuals, currently estimated at around 50%. The report also highlights the potential for the virus to further mutate and become even more transmissible, posing a significant threat to global public health. Several countries have already implemented travel restrictions and are stockpiling antiviral medications in anticipation of a potential pandemic. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States has issued a Level 3 travel advisory for affected regions and is urging citizens to avoid contact with poultry and wild birds.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers announced today a proposed deauthorization of several water resources projects. According to a press release, this action is to implement certain provisions in the Consolidated Appropriations Act 2026. Details of the specific projects affected are available on the USCE website. Here's the story most people missed. The International Monetary Fund has warned of a potential debt crisis in several developing nations due to rising interest rates and a strengthening U.S. dollar. According to a report released by the IMF, countries with significant dollar-denominated debt are particularly vulnerable, as their repayment burdens have increased substantially in recent months. The IMF is urging these nations to implement fiscal reforms and seek debt restructuring where necessary to avoid a potential economic collapse. What to watch. 1. Monitor the WHO's daily briefings on the H5N8 avian influenza outbreak for updates on transmission rates and potential vaccine development. 2. Track the U.S. stock market's reaction to the WHO's declaration as the Dow Jones Industrial Average experienced a sharp decline in early trading. 3. Follow the discussions at the upcoming G7 summit, where global health security and pandemic preparedness are expected to be key topics of discussion. That is the Executive Lens for May 21st, 2026. Sources in the episode notes. Back tomorrow.